So, why are you laughing over there, Detling? And smirking to yourself?
Oh, Brian, you know why I'm laughing and smirking. It's because I'm not going to drive those two jabronis over to the East Coast if the East Coast wins ever again.
Yeah, and sadly, that will be in my car. And maybe I just won't drive 55. Maybe I will drive like 40 miles an hour the entire way. It'll take us like 9 hours to get there.
Well, don't forget that Justin has control of the radio.
Yeah, and he will punish us somehow.
Somehow, but the longer it takes, the worse he'll do.
Yeah, he's an evil genius. He looks like a big cuddly teddy bear, but yeah, I think that if motivated, he can turn quickly.
You did it. You heard about the Alvin Chipmunks Christmas
I did.
song there. You
I
can
did.
play it
That
over
was-
and over and over.
That was brilliant. I mean, I'm glad I wasn't there because I think I would have gone crazy after the first hour.
Right?
But because it's like every time I hear that on the radio now, when I'm driving around, I'm like, man, I'm glad I don't have to listen to that for 4 hours.
I haven't heard it on the radio.
Oh, really?
No.
Do you listen to the radio?
Yeah, sometimes.
Okay. 3WS?
I don't know, 99.7?
I don't know. I listen to 94.5. Back in the day, that was the only channel you can get it on. Like, it was 3WS, 94.5. But now it's like 5 different channels are playing Christmas music all the time.
It's great.
It is. It is. Yeah, I'm going to take it like a man, I have to drive. If you 3 guys, and I'm going to put this out there right now, we're not taking Bean. Well, I actually was looking in my rear view mirror, and I was just thinking, like, well, first I have to get rid of the car seat. Can't have that. And I'm thinking, like, even if Kevin Bean or Tree Sice or Josh or whoever wanted to come with us, it would be the tightest ride in the back. It's like, it's not meant for 3 adult men.
You drive a Nissan Sentra,
Exactly.
the smaller version.
It is.
They changed the model.
Right. It's a sporty model. I've got the...
The sporty model.
Yes.
It's got that. It's got the what? You got.
I got
you
the
got
spoiler.
You got a spoiler. You don't. You got the bass.
I got the bass and I got the spoiler.
The bass speaker. I remember that sucker. I remember that's a special.
Still there.
Still there.
Yeah, we're going to be pumping that bass.
Pump that bass. A little salt. and
Do
pepper.
people say that? Pump the bass?
I don't know. Pump up the bass. Pump up the bass.
Feel it. So, yeah.
Push it. Push it real good.
I'm glad you're not making the playlist. Maybe Justin will be kind enough to let us play a few songs off our phones. Who knows?
Maybe.
Yeah. I think it'll be a fun ride, but I really don't think we could fit 5 people. It would be too cramped.
Well, I didn't. We never said where we had to sit.
That's right.
So I got the passenger
Right.
seat.
We have the front seats at least. I mean, if we're out buying food and we're driving, like, we get to decide where we sit. And I want to make this clear. We only said one meal. Like, we're not getting you Wawa both ways. It's
Exactly.
one way.
One way
Yeah.
ticket to Wawa's.
And I think we said like a $5 limit.
I think so. There was $5 limit. You can get the MTO or not the look at
think
the sheets mode.
that's funny.
The Wawa hoagie
Junior.
or what's
shorty.
It a sub? Maybe it's a sub, a shorty.
Yeah.
You can get tomatoes, lettuce, but you're not
No
allowed-
extra cheese.
no avocado, nothing where it says plus 40 cents on it.
That's right.
It's $5 less, and that includes the drink.
Yeah. And if it goes over, hey, you pay the difference.
Yeah, and the thing is, we don't even know what a Wawa menu is. We don't know what the prices are. We stayed at $5.
That's right. I think over the summer they always have like shorties for sale, and I think a shorty's like 4 inches maybe.
A year ago, I was single. Shorties for sale? I like shorties.
Hey, shorty. Is that what you mean?
Yeah, hey, shorty, what's your going rate? $20? I got 20. What do I get? A go-kart ride. I'll take that.
There is a 3rd grader in my school that like calls all the girls shorty, and I'm just like, what are you doing? He's like, hey, shorty, and I'm like, no, you can't do that here.
Future player. Sorry.
Yeah.
That's what you're going to do. That's what you got to do. I never called a girl shorty when I was younger, though. I didn't even talk to him.
He's 9 years old.
What grade is that? Is that
Third.
Oh, 3rd grade? Dude, 3rd? I was more concerned with Foursquare.
Right.
Trying to learn how to catch a football and soccer and everything, and doing my multiplication tables.
Yep, that's true. That is 3rd grade.
Although that was the first year I had a girlfriend, Tori Beckwar.
I did not know that. I don't, because it was in Colorado, right?
It was in Colorado, and then she thought
Where the women are easy.
what are you? This is Lake Wobegon? No, no. My first girlfriend was Tori Beckwar. We started dating, and then something happened with her friend Kristen Versaw, and she broke up with me because I did something with Kristen Versaw.
Touch your boob.
I can neither confirm nor deny what I did underneath the monkey bars, but she signed my yearbook, and I think that was the last straw. And then I went through a very long drought because I moved to Windber.
Well, and I mean, if you were there, that drought would still be going on.
Colorado?
No,
Or Windber?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, dude, it would be the worst.
Yeah.
Like I blame a lot of my drought on being in Windber because I was in Windber and I was just I can't date these girls.
It's evidenced by the draft this year. We were at a lesbian shower. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but hey, there's a few women right there off the market.
That's true. So you gotta deal with the lesbians. Well, another part about Windber is that so even these guys, I think there's 20 guys for every girl. I don't know. It's weird backwards. But then it's the small town girls still like the football star guy that still but he's wearing his camouflage hat and going hunting and stuff and I don't know. It just doesn't. I don't like it. I can't get with it. I went to what do you call it, the hotel a couple times, and I just kind of observed the surroundings and just this is not me. I don't know how to talk. These girls just don't. I don't know. I think there's too much drama and too much problems.
Yeah, you're better off.
Yes, I am better off.
So, welcome to week, what are we, at 15?
Week 15.
Of the Tonto's Demise podcast. I'm Detonators, Tonto Bull 6 champ, and I will no longer be Tonto Bull 14 champ.
No, you will not. And courtesy of your other podcaster of power.
Podcast of power.
Podcasters of power. we were... It was like we were in a movie Saw. We were pitted against each other unwillingly.
Yeah.
We didn't want to take each other out, but somebody had to.
So yeah, it had to be that way. Whatever. You gonna clap me out?
Well, hold on, I didn't even introduce myself. I'm Matt Detling, Tontable 1 and 3 champion.
Potentially.
Potentially, I'm not gonna say potentially. I got a tough week ahead.
Well, potentially just means that you're in the mix.
Okay, well I'm in the mix then.
Probably.
Okay, potentially. But I mean, I could be like Greg Jeffries, I got all the potential in the world, and then I just fizzle out, like Craig's rookie card.
Dan Marino.
Dan Marino.
I shouldn't have said it. I knew it.
Whenever says a top 5 in passing, and so I'd like to say you're out of your mind. You're out of your element, Donnie.
Okay.
And I saw something.
What'd you
Did
see?
you see the 2 best? I think there was 3 of them. There's 3 best wide receiver seasons ever. When you're talking about fantasy purposes, obviously, Jerry Rice is number 1.
Wow.
He's the goat.
It was
basically.
before the passing era.
Yeah. Well, yeah, but I mean, there was still fantasy football back then, right? I think.
Yeah, I
but
guess so.
write it down. So.
Yeah.
And second was Randy Moss when he was with
wow.
New England.
Yeah.
And and that's also when Bigler got him in the trade with Tree Sites that I still debate to this day, and almost won. That's when he won he was the best team that never won a championship in my opinion, and his opinion if you ask him. But
What's number 3?
I think it was Terrell Owens actually.
Oh, really?
I have to go back and check that. I think it was T.O. But so Randy Moss, count him top 5.
Wide receivers of all time?
Yeah, wide receivers of all time.
I mean, longevity for a career, probably not, but I mean,
Stats.
yeah, I guess I'd probably put him up there.
Didn't win a championship, Brad.
It's harder to win a championship when you're a receiver. You gotta have, look at DeAndre Hopkins, evidenced by this year. He's got schmucks thrown to him, but if he's on another team, he could easily get a championship, and he could help them. So
Hey, there was a season Randy Moss had Tom Brady thrown to him. They were 18-0.
Yeah.
18-1.
that's a good point. That is a very good point.
You ever had a chance to win a championship, that was it.
Yeah.
So-
The Giants got in the way.
Giants got away again. Thank
Is that the
heavens.
David Tyree catch?
Uh,
I love that they beat them twice.
I love it too.
Yeah.
That's the thing. The
Can't
Patriots-
remember which time.
Yeah, Patriot fans are like, oh, we're the best. Really? Because when you play the Giants, you always lose in the championship. I don't understand.
Yeah.
You let Eli Manning beat
got
you.
your number. He carves you
Yeah,
up.
I don't think he's had 200 yards a game for the last 6 games this season. What are you talking about?
Are you gonna clap me out?
Oh yeah, sorry. And this one's for you, Brian.
Thank you, sir.
No
Thank you, sir.
playoffs, man. No playoffs, man. No, no, no. No playoffs, man.
All right, that's good. Hey,
That was my playoff rain dance.
but technically, I did have some playoffs.
You did. You had. Okay, sorry.
Some
No
playoffs,
championships,
man.
man.
Okay.
No championships, man. Hey ho, the Dario. No championships, man.
Oh, don't ever start a preschool or a daycare.
I could make a lot of money using those guys. A little sweatshop.
Child labor.
We'll teach them how to sew, how to mix vegetables for like Lunchables and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Bake sales.
I'm not saying this because I'm like crying in my beer.
I know exactly what you're gonna say.
Yeah, what am I gonna say?
You're gonna say, "I want to play Bilal Powell."
It's exactly right. But here's the thing: I'm not gonna say it that way.
Okay.
I stand by my decision because I was looking at those stats all Sunday morning, and I'm like, Bilal Powell, the last, and that's a great name to say. Bilal Powell, the last like 5 weeks, he had 4 touches, 6 touches. The week before, he had 1 touch. And Ryan Matthews, when he starts, he gets at least 15 touches. And he had that 30-point game. He's good for a touchdown. So looking back, I don't regret the decision. And Ryan Matthews got 15 touches. Bilal Powell would have gotten 4 touches,
Yeah.
and he might have gotten 50 yards and a touchdown. Let's give him the benefit of the doubt. Say he gets 50 yards and a touchdown, but I still would have lost. But if Forte would have gotten hurt last week, it would have been a different story. But and it's funny because I said Forte is going to get hurt in the middle of the game, but that didn't happen against Crick. But he got hurt a week too late and didn't help me. But yeah, it would have been great if like he had gotten hurt like during the regular season,
That's what everybody wanted.
and Bilal Powell would have had some value.
Right.
But I wasn't
Same.
about to take the chance, so I wanted to go with a sure bet, Ryan Matthews, and it almost worked. But congratulations.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Appreciate it. Moving on up.
Unfinished business.
It's over, man. Wermer dropped the big one.
What? Over? Did you say over? Nothing is over until we decide it is. Was it over when the Germans bombed Pearl Harbor? Hell no!
German? Forget it, he's rolling.
All right, that's for all you losers out there on freaking the line app thinking I actually didn't know that the Germans thought I thought the Germans bombed Pearl Harbor. Seriously? I mean, what the hell? Jimmy? Josh? Jim? But Jimmy, unbelievable the amount of talking we had to do. You had to call Animal House one of the greatest classics of all time of American college comedies. Belushi,
Yeah.
one of the greatest comedians of all time. You're like, oh, it was just a dumb frat movie. It's just dumb. I was like, dude, you talk about like opinions. Why would you tear down my movie? The movie that helped me bond with my dad. I mean, and here you are. You go to stuff like Fantastic Four, with some of the worst acting I've ever seen, the worst storylines I've ever seen, and you go sit in your middle row, your middle seat, and you shove your mouth full of popcorn and say, "This is great. I love the special effects, but there's no story." Somehow, I mean, if you want me to pull up your top, I hope I can do this in a fast pace. Your top 100 movies. Let me find this. I know it's up here. All right, I got the list up here, right here, ready for this. Jimmy, your top 100 movies. I mean, Collateral? Arnold Schwarzenegger? Are you kidding me? The Three Amigos?
I love the Three Amigos.
I mean, I love it. Who doesn't love the Three Amigos? But that's a comedy, and it's dumb.
It's dumb, but it's great.
It is dumb and great.
I might put it in my top 100.
Top 100? All right, I'll give you that one. But then you're going to have, let me see here.
Dead Air.
The Lost Boys.
Great movie.
Yeah, that is not a top 100 movie. I am sorry. No.
That is a classic.
That is not a classic.
Yes, it
No,
is.
it's not.
It's a classic vampire movie. That might be one of the best vampire movies of all time.
Go back, watch it again.
I will.
It's terrible.
I've seen it. It's great.
The makeup is awful.
When the Chinese food turns into worms.
Whatever. Now you're doing poltergeist where there's maggots on the steak. Same old thing.
That's a great movie.
But I
It is a
disagree
great
with that.
movie.
You know, top 100.
I don't know if it's top 100, but it's one of the best vampire movies.
I don't know. I have to look at this.
You know, it's interesting because it's like, It sounds like Jimmy and I are becoming friends again, and you're turning into
Oh, yeah,
enemies
because
again.
Jimmy also stated that it was just our fake friendship. Now,
Ooh,
he did say it was
ooh.
fake.
Do you think he threw his?
I
Do you think he threw his necklace away?
I think so. I think he burned me pretty bad. I feel chapped. I'm not gonna lie. Jimmy, it hurt me. And I think the final straw was calling Animal House dumb. And meanwhile, you got X2 on here as your movies. Get the hell out of here. What do you? Hold on. I keep. Damn it. Garden States. Come on.
That's a great movie.
No, that's not a top one.
Great independent movie.
Hold on. The Village. And nice Shamalama Ding Dong.
I agree that is not a top.
Yeah.
Maybe Sixth Sense.
Sixth Sense, yes. Or Unbreakable.
Yeah.
Payback. Mel Gibson.
I've
No.
never seen it.
No. And I am vehemently against The Hangover being a top 100 movie. That one really bothers me. And The Prestige as well. And I love that you have
Prestige was good.
Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban. Like, we got to pick one Harry Potter movie to be one of the top 100s. No, it's not a top 100 movie. And Batman, the original Batman, get out of here.
That's a great movie.
No, it's not top one. No.
Yeah, Batman Returns is better.
Batman Returns is better. Like he's got incredible stuff. Like he's got Forrest Gump, Gladiator. Then he'll have like Big Trouble in Little China. And then
Is that on there?
Which should have been in my top 25
Big.
in parentheses.
Really?
Yes. Now we could do like 300. The movie 300.
Yeah.
Purely special effects. There's nothing else right about that movie. The only part I ever liked was when the guy gets his legs sliced off and it floats in the air for a second.
But you realize, like, going back to, like, what Gags and I can't remember who else said.
I know, stating opinions and
All
blah,
about
blah, blah.
opinion. No, it's not. Any top 10, any top 100 list doesn't matter because it's opinion. It's not a fact.
I know. I'm just stating that you said my movie was dumb. And then you have your
Which is his opinion.
This is his opinion. But you have a top 100 movie in a 100 movie list, and I'm just looking at some of these movies, and my jaw drops, and I'm thinking, any sane person would put something like Cinema Paradiso or Citizen Kane in the top 100 movies of all time. If you're a movie buff, you know that those were fantastic movies. Those had movie angles. It was an amazing movie, Citizen Kane. And if I find it distasteful, disrespectful, and I feel like you need to watch something else besides comic book movies. Go see some classics. Go see Streetcar Named Desire. Or Streetcar, yeah, whatever it is. And another, Marlon Brando. Go watch some of his movies. I mean, those are amazing. And I don't even think he has The Godfather on this list. Who doesn't have a Godfather movie as the top 100? What's wrong with you?
This is what.
In the Matrix. Don't even get me started on the Matrix. I hate the Matrix. I hate Keanu Reeves.
Well,
as
who
a
doesn't?
character. And I just Good
Well,
one.
I-
Okay, with 30 Days of Night, no.
We're not going through all 100 movies. I'm sorry. You're going to have to get a different podcast. You're going to get a movie podcast. You and Jimmy can just go battle on there.
Sleepy Hollow?
Yeah, that shouldn't be on there.
No, it shouldn't.
But listen, you have your opinions. He has his. And you know what, Delling? Let's see your top 100.
I don't have a top one.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Go, let's see it.
I mean, I'll actually sit down.
Let's do it right now.
No, you can't do 100.
Do it live right now. Everybody is waiting.
This guy
You start
constantly
writing.
Top 100 movie. Again, Keanu Reeves. Clearly has something for Keanu Reeves.
Hey, you start writing them down, and I'll read them off live. We're going to do 100 movies, and then Jimmy can pick yours apart, okay? Will that make you feel better?
No, it won't make you feel better because I'm just making my opinion known that you shouldn't call somebody else's movie dumb when I can call your movies dumb.
This is like kindergarten, man. This is awesome.
No, well, Jimmy was a jerk.
Jimmy started it.
He's a bully.
Bully. All right. We're done with that. Do you feel better?
I do. I like Jay better now.
Wow.
Well, I mean, we're neck and neck, but Jay has jumped leaps and bounds ahead of Jimmy. Any man that gives out or that makes grilled cheese and tomato soup for the today's youth that's going to someday invent stuff for us at the launch pad is a man that I can stand next to and say, "You're all right, man."
Until he calls your movies dumb.
Jay wouldn't do that. He's too nice of a guy. He might
What if-
say it another way. Where
Yeah, what if he would think it?
Well, I mean, he can think it, but I mean, I'm just saying, Jay's an all right dude. He doesn't come off and try to hurt you right away. And Jimmy, you pretended to be my friend just to get back at Brian.
I can't tell.
I feel like this is where like your girlfriend a girl pretends to like you just so she can get next to your best friend or something to hit on him or something. You know what I mean? You ever saw that, like
I
a
do.
teenage movie or something.
I can't tell if Delling's serious or not. He might actually be hurt, Jimmy. You might need to actually text him privately.
Yeah, I'm a little hurt. I'm not gonna lie.
Wow, this is gonna make for
If there was a vote for commissioner right now, I think I might vote for Craig.
whoa.
At least I know Craig hates me.
All right, we're gonna move on. All right, we'll stick with Jimmy, and it's gonna be football related, but also comic book movie related. I do love your idea of coming up with the cards. However, I'm wondering, like, are they just trying to take the power away from us?
I would think they're trying to take the power away from us.
Yeah.
I think they're not satisfied with the drafts that the draft orders that we've been picking. I think Craig was severely displeased
With this past one.
With this one, yeah, because he saw his duck not even get watered at all.
Yeah.
And, like, we could control where the splash like completely misses. Do you think we could control? I would have had myself all the way over in the left-hand lanes.
If we didn't know that was gonna happen.
Yeah, and I honestly thought about it. I thought about putting my ducks over there, but I also thought maybe in the center would be faster. Who knows? But I said
Right.
I just want a chance, so I put myself in the center.
And
It didn't work out.
It clearly doesn't matter because did Bean make playoffs? No. He came in second.
Well,
So
Gags made playoffs.
yeah, sure.
So it did have something to do with it. Because Craig didn't have the second overall pick for the third year in a row.
That's a good point. That's
Yeah.
a really good point.
So if anybody would be supporting us, it would probably be Craig because his track record with us in the draft picks is pretty damn good.
I can't argue with that. I will say that I do like the idea of doing cards just because it is probably more fair if you're getting down to brass tacks. And if we're going to actually starting these off-season trades, it's probably a good idea to make it as fair as possible. I
hate these offseason trades.
It hasn't even started. It hasn't even started.
Yeah, but nobody even knows the rule. Nobody knows
Well,
the rule.
read
People are
the
talking
freaking
about it.
email.
What if I get? Nobody wants to read the email.
It's not. I made it concise. It's what if you print it out, it'd be on one page. Yeah,
One page for
Yeah.
one rule.
exactly.
One page should not be for one rule. One
Less
rule
than
should be like
500
2
words.
lines.
Less than 500 words.
Sum it up for me right now.
All right, here's how it works. You can either trade keeper for keeper.
But
Okay?
you have to declare your keeper.
No, you don't. You can
is
also
asinine.
it is not. You can also trade keeper for draft pick. Period.
So if I trade you, okay.
Hold on. And then the third scenario is you could trade keepers and draft picks for other keepers and draft picks. So you could do a combination. It doesn't have to all be all or nothing. You know what I mean? You can't just trade draft picks for draft picks. That's stupid. But you could say, I'm going to give you, like Kelvin Benjamin and my third round, and you're going to give me Jordy Nelson and the seventh round pick. Like, there's different combinations of what you do. Player for player and round
So you're
together,
saying-
or finally just player for round.
Player for round. Okay, so the moment our season ends,
Yeah. Off season begins.
off season begins, but I still have an entire roster
Yeah.
the whole season until the draft.
Right.
But so I have an entire roster.
So then if I
Two keepers
Yeah.
that I have to declare.
Well,
or
that-
do we not declare keepers?
we don't
until
we don't have to
the
declare
draft,
keepers
or
until like
deadline?
the day before. Yeah, whatever.
But so I disagree with that.
why?
I don't like. So I have. Okay, I got Tyler Eifert.
Okay.
He's a 14th or 13th rounder.
Are you putting him out there for other people to maybe make a trade offer?
Like I have him. So now I also have Kenneth Dixon.
Yeah.
So 13th rounder, right?
Yeah.
I got Kirk Cousins in the 9th round. I got Jordy Nelson in like the whatever round it is. I think 6, whatever.
Yeah.
But so now I can be like, well, I'll give you Tyler Eifert for a
Sure.
5th round pick.
Yeah.
And but then, do I not have to trade you a pick back? Like I'll give you my 20th round pick. Is that included in the rule? Like, do I have to trade you a draft pick for a draft pick, or can I like hoard draft picks like a motherfucker? Even though I am only allowed to have
You could
whatever,
do
20 on our roster or
You
something.
could do what you just said. You could say, I'm going to give you Tyler Eifert in return for a 5th round pick because you'll still have the same number of players. You know what
So
I mean?
basically, this rule like enables us to help out the people, not help out, but the people that have crappy keepers, have no options.
Yeah.
We can get their higher draft choices.
Exactly.
in order for us
Yeah.
to get the player to give away the player.
Yeah, exactly. And you could like people who want to gamble, and try to say, you know what? I think if I were to give, let's just say Jordy Nelson, and let's say you're going to get him in the 5th round right now, and I'll say, you know what? I will give you my 3rd round pick for Jordy Nelson. And because I think that Jordy Nelson might go, in theory, a little bit before there. Or maybe there won't be that great a value at that round anyway. You know what I mean?
Right.
So that might work out in my benefit in the long run. I'll have to give up my 5th, I'll have to give up my 3rd rounder, but whatever. I got Jordy Nelson.
All right. Well, how does it
You
work?
get 2 third-round picks.
Right. All right. Well, I feel like this is going to dilute the draft pool even more because of the keepers and stuff. Because now people are going to be like, "Oh, well, I can get this guy, and I don't even have to risk the draft." Like, okay, what do we do if we have, if say like I want ODB? What if ODB, Odell Beckham Jr.? What if I want him, who is not a keeper this year, eligible to be a keeper, but Justin has him, and Justin could trade him. So normally, if we
Back up, I don't understand. He's not even a keeper this year. Right? He goes
He's
back in the
not.
pool.
He's not. But that's what you're saying. We have a roster, a full roster, until we have to declare keepers by whatever date it is that we can play with.
But he's ineligible to be a keeper
Well, I'm not even talking about being a keeper. Why is he ineligible?
because he has to go back because he's ineligible to be a keeper. Period. Because he's been kept for 3 years.
So everybody that's ineligible, we
like-
can't pick apart.
right,
We can't
right,
pick.
Right. Like
Okay, well,
Antonio,
I agree with that.
Yeah. Yeah. So like there's no way that he can go in. And for example, I'm just using Kelvin Benjamin because I have 1 year left with him. And if like somebody wanted to
No
try,
way you're going to keep him.
no, I'm not. And then maybe I want somebody else to make an offer. Just kidding. I know they won't.
I'll give
But
you a 13th round pick for Kelvin
that's really
right
funny.
now, today.
And I get him in you'd get him in the
But I don't
ninth.
get to keep him because I already have other
You would
keepers.
get, yeah, I know, but you would get to keep him for only 1 year.
Right, if I wanted him
Right.
that bad.
But for somebody else, like if I wanted to get what's his name, Dixon,
Kenneth Dixon, yes.
Kenneth Dixon off of you, then I could potentially keep him for 2 years.
A very marketable flex running back, easy on the eyes.
For
13th round,
for
now
somebody
the,
who hates
the
this
Ravens
rule,
running
he's
back.
pitching a running back to you right now. I love it.
Well, I have to play by your rules because you guys voted yes to
Right.
it. Even
Right,
I
well,
don't
you-
necessarily agree to it.
Well, you could sit out and just watch from the sidelines like you said you were going to.
Where I said don't offer me trades.
That's right.
Well, yeah, but now I have. But I could potentially just say, hey, here's Kenneth Dixon for a draft pick, and then I have an extra draft pick.
Right.
Well, I like that.
Yeah.
Other parts I don't like, but at least I can like some pros. But I do see how, like Kevin Bean said, it would be confusing at the draft when, like, if I have like 4 different draft picks
for a
in the
simpleton.
second round. Well, no, but I mean,
I'm kidding.
you have to like. What I would do is I would
would
take
be.
like if you traded me your second round pick, where the second round pick before the sticker is, Craig's the guy that controls that, right?
Yeah.
I would tell him to write my name in that slot.
Yeah.
Just be like, just put Detling, and then I'd be like, all right, it's Detling's turn. He has Brian's pick. You can see it.
Exactly.
Boom, you put the sticker up and put Detling on there,
Yeah.
and be like, all right, this is what I got.
Then we'll just have to have a different. It would be nice to maybe have a different board, possibly, where we're creating actual rosters.
No, we're not gonna have a different
Okay.
board.
All right.
That means he has to buy another board.
So then we'll have to do color-coded stickers.
Color code stickers, or you could have Jimmy bring his little whiteboard
Whiteboard, yeah.
and do his thing with the ruler, and like you remember we did the red lines,
I
and they
remember
picked
that.
Matt Ryan like first overall. A terrible season. Great draft, Jimmy. Good job. I think the best part of that draft was the Strombolis that your ex-wife made.
It was incredible.
Was it in between one of the 5 times that you went to see The Hangover at the theater
Ooh.
and paid money for it? Just wondering.
You know, the only movie I've gone to the theater multiple times to see was The Dark Knight, and I don't regret it. I went to see that 3 times in the theater, and it was great every time.
Really?
Yeah.
I will say I went to see Harry Potter. I think it was it was The Prisoner of Azkaban.
Ah, yes, top 100.
Reasons were first reason was we lived in Vegas. We went to see it because it was Harry Potter, right? Then it was awesome. Then my friend Joe Hanchek wanted to go see it in 3D, and it was like also it was like IMAX basically.
Okay.
So we went in, saw it then in the 3D. Then Craig came to visit Vegas, and he wanted to see it, so I had to go with him, and I fell asleep. And then Yi, my first date I went with her, I thought we were gonna go see the Die Hard movie, but she changed up on me. She said, I want to go see Harry Potter. Wait, if you're going on a date with a girl, you can't. No, I'm not gonna see this. We're gonna see this, and I'll get like the first date. So I had to go see Harry Potter with her and try to stay awake for it the fourth time. So, but I conceivably fell asleep twice. 2 out of the 4 times of the movie I fell asleep.
That's nuts. So you saw it 2 times, but you paid for it 4 times.
Yes, I did. And the worst, might as well pay it 5 times than I paid for her as a date.
That's true. Top 100?
No, not top 100. No Harry
paid
Potter.
for
no
5
Harry Potter movies. In top
He
100.
paid 5 times. It's still not a top 100.
It's not a top 100.
Okay. All right, back to this. I'm glad to hear that you're coming around and you're willing to possibly entertain the idea of trading off season. Like Craig said, I don't think there's going to be a whole lot of activity. There'll be some trades, and it will make things a little bit difficult on draft day, but I think we're all intelligent enough. It'll be difficult for Josh because I'm not going to explain to him over the phone.
Definitely.
Yeah.
And as far as intelligence go, I don't know about that. Did you see all the trades that happened with Gags?
Yes, I did.
So I'm not quite sure about the intelligence level when it comes to fantasy.
Wow, he's calling out all of his potential opponents. Well, Gags is the only one left this year. Mm-hmm. You know, he's not talking about too much smack on Crick or Josh yet.
Right. Right. Not yet. No, no.
We're not there yet.
I also want to call out the intelligence of this person that sent you a Christmas card, I think. Mr. Alan Miller.
Former custodian of my school. Great guy.
Great guy. Mr. Brain Volsko.
I know.
BrainVolc. He got your last name spelled right.
I know.
He didn't spell your first
You
name.
wouldn't believe how many times people write
Call
that.
him
I guess,
Brain.
yeah, I mean, it's probably just like a little slip, you know? They're like, wow, he's so smart. I mean, it makes sense.
Daddy.
It makes sense that they would name him Brain.
Freudian slip Brain. Pinky. Who's Pinky? Who's your Pinky?
What are you talking about?
Pinky in the brain.
Nice. I don't know.
It probably was your custodian, isn't it? Like, I mean, the custodian, he's like a moron, right?
Wow.
No, I'm not.
Silence.
I mean, like the Pinky
Oh.
is not the smart character. I
I
Brain's a
thought you were
genius.
saying because he's a custodian.
No. Well, I mean, you could generalize that, but
could, but-
it's not like every custodian is an engineer or a custodial engineer.
This
is what we like to
this
call
former
it.
custodian could break you in half, man. He was ripped.
So he's a tough guy.
And he's gentle too.
Lughead.
Gentle. He's very gentle.
Say, Brian,
He-
what happened in the lughead?
Hey, I didn't go to Penn State.
Oh,
I didn't
whoa!
You brought it up. You brought up the locker room.
You jumped the line. Josh and Crick are both right now just like, whoa, Brian.
Man, that's true. Josh, Crick, and you.
Yes.
3 Penn Staters.
Yeah.
Oh, man, I don't like that at all.
Yeah, exactly.
Go Gags.
Go
Just
Gags,
kidding.
you
Just kidding.
son of a-
Just kidding.
What did the guy? Where did he go to school?
I don't know.
Did he go to school?
Hard Knocks?
Hard Knocks. No. Well, did you see that photo of him in the lineup or whatever? It looked like he went to school at Hard Knocks. He's drinking brandy. Who knows what the hell that kid was into? It kind of looks like he looks dehydrated in that photo. It's bad.
Yeah.
Anyway, moving
All
on.
right, moving on.
Yeah.
All right.
Let's get off the Penn State.
So, anyways, back to the cards.
except for the Rose Bowl.
Back to the cards. Jimmy, make the cards, make it happen. And I say, do the video like live on Facebook or wherever.
Live thing with Beans.
Yeah, wherever.
But,
Or in the lineup.
I don't know how you do. I don't even know if Bigler can see it.
Oh, good point. Well,
I don't know if his phone works.
I think that would be kind of fun though for the majority of the league to be able to see it. Let's say you do it at like 10 o'clock at night, whatever. Whenever people like have the kids to bed, and like everybody could watch it, and we could all respond live like Beans did. So, and Bigler, he could go to Beans' house if he can't access it.
That's
you know.
true. He could do that. Yeah.
So I like that idea. So.
I do like the idea.
But we still need a consolation prize for the lower bracket. So let's think about that for this coming year. What? I like it.
I hate it. Who? You guys are. You're dead. You're dead. There's no reason to even give me anything.
I'm not in the consolation bracket.
No, I'm talking to the consolation people.
Yeah, okay.
There is nothing for you. You get in the league. You get $35 for the knockout. No, $35 for first place, right?
Yeah.
Then you get, what is it?
Well, we've talked.
$70 for the knockout
Something
pool.
like that, yeah.
That's something else for your consolation prize. Listen, Craig was 11th, 10th place. He still came to the knockout pool.
Yeah.
He's him and Tree Sice.
Who got a tree?
Tree got it, but the point is that there's no reason for you to whine and complain.
When I say consolation, I'm also saying like it could be trying to like the Sacco. It's trying to avoid something. You know what I mean? Like trying to avoid being the worst placed team in the playoffs. Like, and I'm doing air quotes, by the way.
Yes, you are.
Because they can't see it.
I'm giving it a look like
Do you know?
you're doing
Yeah.
air quotes,
Do,
nobody can see.
do you know what I mean? Like trying to
You're talking
have
about the bottom
Yeah,
six?
the bottom six do a bracket, and like the loser out of that bottom bracket has to get like whatever, like something worse than the Rivers jersey. Who knows what that is? Like maybe you have to buy a round of beers for everybody. Maybe you have to wear something else. I mean, like have a negative consequence if you lose and you lose again.
All right, maybe I could agree with the negative consequence.
consolation.
I don't want anything like, oh, we should play for like the first top 6 draft picks because we suck.
Yeah, we're not going to do that.
No, because that would go hand in hand with like, what if you have 2 great keepers and you get the first round pick, number 1 pick overall?
Right.
My question was, so going way off that base. What's your ink sketch person?
I can't remember. I wanted the Scarecrow. He was going to give me Green Goblin.
Green Goblin. Not bad.
Yeah.
Not bad.
Yeah.
See, what is
Doctor Doom.
Doctor? Yeah. Josh. That's unfinished business. Fuck you. Trying to take my character, Doctor Doom. You are not Doctor Doom.
That bowl cut hair.
Yeah,
character,
you are the
that's totally
Doc
him.
Ock.
Who is it?
Doc Ock.
Yeah, that's totally him.
Yeah, that's totally you. I mean, you got the weight, you got the hair, you got everything. You look like Doc Ock. You just have to dye your hair, man. You got to get rid of that salt and pepper. You got to get some glasses. You know, I can see it. You can get into the character. You can do it.
Don't run away from it.
Don't run away
Embrace
from
it.
Yeah, in the form of in the character of Doctor Doom, I will end you. I will destroy your life. I will murder your family. This is character.
I know. I'm glad you won't do that. Yeah.
Yeah, no. I like Stacey too much to do that.
He could totally take this to like a police officer and just be like, listen to what this man said to me.
Yeah, he's threatening my life, and I already know I lost the Pyrex. It's all right. I'm over it. But I am Doctor Doom. I've had dibs on this for years. Jimmy knows. I even bought the Doctor Doom sweatshirt that Jimmy made. So if that doesn't earn me Doctor Doom, I don't know what does.
Good point. But let me ask you, why do we have to be villains?
That's what Jimmy said.
I mean, just because Jimmy said it, like.
Jimmy's the one drawing.
Yeah, I know.
And why does everyone want to be a hero? Be a villain. It's more fun.
Says the man who's like best friends with the commissioner. Used to be, I guess.
Used to be. Well,
Former best friend.
Villains collaborate and usually are enemies right away after they're successful.
Yeah. I mean, I guess it's good because everybody. But if everybody's a villain, then like they're not. Who are they fighting? Villain versus villain, I guess.
Isn't that what the Royal Rumble's all about?
Yeah. Good point. Good point. I do like the cards. I like the sketches. I think it's great. You know. So Jimmy, you've got like probably 2 weeks to work on these.
Yeah.
But he cranks them out, man.
Yeah, so
he cranks them out daily.
We're gonna know our draft pick the moment our contable's over.
More or less, like maybe the following week, you know. Then we'll just do it the following week, and then we'll know. And then you just have to live with that pick for what, like 8 months? Wow, it's gonna be a long time. And if you have that first pick overall, man, that's the golden ticket.
I will definitely pay more attention to all the news about football players
it's the
and
golden goose.
who's smoking pot and who's doing stuff with women that they shouldn't be. I want to learn. I want to know. It's not going to be Antonio Brown. I can tell you that.
No. Last bit of unfinished business for me goes out to Craig. Craig, I was a little bit shocked that you only had 18 minutes for your recap, and I think that I speak for everyone when I say you let us down. Gags, who's, working his ass off, protecting generators all day. Like, he's 18 minutes. What's he going to do? Sit there and listen to it 20 times and memorize it? Maybe he is. I don't know. But, you said you were scolded by Detling and I. That is not what a villain would do. You're going to, just because we told you not to review something or preview something, you're going to listen to us? Since when do you ever listen to anyone and listen to authority? We were just jagging you off. Which sounds really bad.
It does.
But, I actually do appreciate your analysis and I appreciate your insights. So, in the future, I won't scold you if it's going to prevent you from doing your own preview, especially of the playoffs. So, Craig, you have my blessing, you have my permission to do previews of, well, Tonto Bowl, because that's all that's left.
Yeah. Hey, Craig, stop being selfish. If it's not about you, still put in as much effort.
Which I'm glad you brought that up, because you didn't listen to it again. Craig, Delling hates you. He doesn't listen to your reviews at all.
It's not true. Sometimes.
You would have heard that he actually did find out that Yahoo said that he lost to Bigler in a meaningless matchup, but he crunched the numbers and found out that he won by 4 points.
What? Seriously?
Yeah.
Well, like this week?
This past week.
Oh, I just burnt my knee.
So, Craig, really? Really? What did you possibly gain out of knowing that you beat Bigler in a meaningless matchup? I mean, Bigler could care less.
I just forgot it. He's gone. He's like hitting on women.
So, congratulations to Craig for beating Bigler by 4 points.
I personally know that Craig. So throughout the whole playoffs, his wrap up. He doesn't do a wrap up after the Tonto Bowl, does he?
I don't know.
No, but if he does, it'll say, well, if I would have gotten the playoffs, my team would have outscored you guys every week. I probably would have won the Tonto Bowl if I would have been in the playoffs. Just saying, Gags, and like just saying that his team would perform better, even though he did miserably failed to get into the playoffs.
It is kind of fun to play that game, though.
It is, but you don't have to tell everybody.
No. It's always fun to say, like, oh, man, I would have won. But you didn't make it. You didn't do it. So, Craig, keep on updating us on whether or not you win on meaningless matchups. That's what everybody clicks for. That's good clickbait.
Clickbait. I like it.
All right, Delling, are there any messages there?
Looks like we have one blinking light here, Brian. So we should go ahead and answer that phone call.
All right, let's see what it is. Beep.
Hey guys, this is Twerk Kabisic, Josh Hayward. Some of you guys know me as Twerk and Bowl Cuts. I'm calling because I know my team doesn't look like it's a team. I know it's basically a walking. I'm basically just laying down over a puddle for Gags to walk into the championship. I know my running backs are terrible. Thomas Rawls, the Rawls Royce that you guys like to call him. He only got 34 yards rushing, and I know that Gags isn't even considering me a contender, and I hate you, Gags, but you got a really good team, and I'm rooting for you. And I know that I'm going to be in that third place game, and I'm going to be against Detling because he sucks, and he can't do anything right. And I'm gonna launch another Jabbar Gaffney to fame. Maybe it's Quincy Enunwa, or maybe it's Gary Barnage or Jay Ajayi. I don't know, whatever Craig likes to say. Was it a Giant Peterson or something? I don't know. Craig's an idiot. Just trying to play on words. I'm the smartest person in our league. Everybody knows that. I make glassware for Pyrex. I've learned my lesson. I dedicate myself this year. I'll show up to the draft on time. I'll get a babysitter. I'll take all my animals and put them into a pet daycare. I'll send Stacy shopping. I'll give her like $1,000 for coach purses and whatever else she needs. But I promise I'm going to dedicate myself to the league. Please don't kick me out. I love this game. I love football. Go Penn State.
Wow, I mean, I haven't even heard Josh call in for a really long time. He does the interviews, but he rarely calls in. That was a long message, too. Josh, I can't believe you're giving up already. Just laying down for Gags, going for third place, and you think you're the smartest guy in the whole league? Come on.
No, come on, Josh. We really appreciated the call.
Yeah.
We were very happy, but we felt like you didn't have it. You didn't have the oomph. You didn't have the pizzazz. Where's the old Josh?
Yeah, I mean, hey, way to plan for the draft, giving Stacy the grand for shopping. That'll free you up for a while, maybe for the 4 to 6 hours it's going to take. So good season, Josh. I mean, we might as well clap you out based on the way you're talking.
That's true. I mean, you are not very enthusiastic at all. You should be like telling Gags that you're going to crush him, even though you're projecting like he's out projected by like 40 points. But you should still have faith.
This week's
Matchups. Didn't know we were doing that.
totally Mr. Q. All right, Delling, we are at the semifinal round. The winner goes on to see Tonto Bull 14, and the loser goes to the third round, or third place game
To try to win their money back.
to win it back. That's what Josh is
AKA
hoping
the
for.
Kevin Bean Award.
Yeah, that's good. We should call it that, actually.
Third place.
Yep. All right, Delling. We've got 2 games, and we're going to start with the matchup that probably won't be as close, at least based on projections. Who's that? Who's playing first?
That would be from Gags to Riches versus Twerkabesic.
He's just happy to be here. And Craig, I think Craig cheered him on too in his review. He's just happy that, he was shocked that Josh climbed from the basement all the way to 5th place.
He's trying to say that it's because of Jay Ajayi, that trade, but it's more because of Tom Brady.
It is. It's definitely because of Tom Brady. All right, let's start off with the quarterbacks.
All right, we got Andy Dalton versus Tom Brady. And Brady's going against Denver, and Dalton's going against Pittsburgh. I got to say, it's probably going to be Tom Brady.
Yeah, absolutely, Tom Brady. It doesn't matter who he's playing usually. You know what's interesting? Gags is starting Andy Dalton for his playoffs, and I think that's going to actually work because it's essentially the Alex Smith of this year.
True. But he's better than Alex Smith.
Yeah, true.
Stupid ginger.
He's going to probably do pretty well against Pittsburgh, but he doesn't have A.J. Green.
He does not have AJ Green, but he has a great guy named Tyler Eifert.
He does, and I wanted to give you congratulations on that. Nice pickup, nice draft.
I was going to say pickup. I've had that man since day one.
Yeah, nice.
I tried to trade him like several times. Nobody would bite.
You almost traded him to me.
I know. Oh, that was a close one.
Yeah.
I tossed on that one all night.
And you just never got the text. Anyways, nice move.
Tried to give him to Josh too.
Yeah.
Josh, I drafted him thinking Josh would like him from last year.
Wow. All right, in the wide receiver 1 position, we've got Antonio Brown.
You mean Ronald Beach or whatever? Ronald Ocean. Ron Ocean.
I don't know what that means.
He calls himself Ron Ocean, and Ben Roethlisberger is called Billy.
Is that true?
Yeah.
This is news to me.
Antonio Brown's a weird guy.
I like weird.
Of course you like weird, but he's getting weirder. That's the thing.
Stay weird.
Have you seen his hair? Like when he's
Oh, yeah.
weird.
Yeah. Going up against Julian Edelman. AB all day going against Cincinnati. I mean, he's going against it's a revenge game against Perfect. And, I think he's going to get revenge by showing who he's got with the cleats.
I actually disagree with you, Brian. I think it's going to be Julian Edelman because
Against Denver,
man, slot receiver. I think that Tom Brady's going to throw it to him a lot. I also think that generally, if you look at the hit, Antonio Brown does not have good games versus Cincinnati,
Yeah.
and I believe it's going to be a Le'Veon Bell show.
It's in Cincinnati. I don't know what the weather's going to be like, but it could be another L. Bell show.
L. Bell.
All right, and when the next receiver we got Demaryius Thomas going up against Enunwa, which I can't believe that he's actually in the playoffs.
I can't believe it either. Quincy Enunwa.
He can't believe it.
Yeah, at least he's making the playoffs somewhere.
Gotta go DT.
Yeah, you gotta go DT. Even versus New England. I like that he's got projected for 15, but I would be surprised with that Malcolm. I forget what his name is. Malcolm Brown or something like that as the cornerback on him. Could be closer than you think it is, but I'm gonna go DT.
All right, next wide receiver we got Rashard Matthews going up against Stephon Diggs. We're still I haven't heard the latest, but I don't know if Julio practiced or not. I know he didn't practice earlier in the week. They're trying to get him to practice today to see if he could make a start for Sunday. But Gags said that he wouldn't play him either way
Really?
because he'd be afraid to be a decoy.
That's true.
So I'm going to go Stephon Diggs.
I'm going to Stephon Diggs too. It's in a high-octane offensive game. I think there's going to be a lot of lead changes. And Rashard Matthews, even though he's good against well, he's just like a touchdown guy. So I don't think he's just that good. So we're gonna go with Stephon Diggs because I think KC defense is too good. And you're playing in KC,
True.
so Stephon Diggs.
All right, Easy E going up against T. Rawls. Even though we know that Rawls got 3.4 points,
True.
I would have gone Easy E.
I would have too. It's almost unfair.
Yeah,
So Easy E.
by a mile.
Next we got Frank Gore versus Latavius Murray, and Gore plays Minnesota. Murray plays San Diego. You gotta go Murray.
That's what I was thinking too. Yeah, I'm going up against Minnesota. Going to give it to Murray. This is actually a little bit of a little boxing match here. We keep going back and forth, back and forth.
It's true. It's either a good boxing match or Gag is doing the old rope-a-dope.
Yeah.
So,
All right.
next.
And again, how the hell does Gary Barnidge make playoffs?
Josh didn't want Tyler Eifert when I offered to him. That's how.
Wow.
I tried to get Stephon Diggs, and I'm extremely happy he turned me down.
Yeah. And he's going up against Kelsey. Kelsey all day.
Yeah, Kelsey all day.
I guess his other option would be Dwayne Allen, huh? Or Jared Cook. Man, that's some really slim pickings for tight ends there.
True.
I mean, I wouldn't play any of them.
Yeah. I'm actually surprised that he doesn't have Macklin to be honest. Instead of Quincy Enunwa, I would put Macklin in over him all day if he's healthy.
Yeah.
Josh, that's a little tip for you. Because I would love to play you.
Free of charge.
Yeah, I would love to play you in a Taunta Bowl if I get there. And I'd rather play you in a Taunta Bowl than a third place game.
Yeah.
So yeah, but okay. So next we got in the flex position we have Devontae Adams versus Jay Ajayi. Thanks, Craig, for just giving Gags Devontae Adams. I mean, come on. But
He's going to blame Yahoo for that mistake.
yeah, of course, because it won't let you pick him
Yeah,
up.
but you can't blame Yahoo for your own mistake.
Yeah,
Should never dropped him.
exactly. I go Devontae Adams.
Me too. Against the Jets D, I'm not going to give Jay that much. He doesn't catch many passes.
No, well, actually, we're gonna know a good bit about Josh's team after Thursday,
Yeah.
or it's Saturday. Feels like a Thursday game.
It does.
The shit show. Jets versus Dolphins. Kickers, Gostkowski versus Vinatieri. Obviously, we don't care, but I'm going
Gostkowski.
Oh, okay. Then, defense, we got New England versus Denver, and Cincinnati versus Pittsburgh. It's good.
I don't really like either of these matchups, really.
No, well, I mean, New England's at Denver, so that's the only bad part they have about it.
Yeah.
Then Cincinnati has Pittsburgh at home, but I don't know. That's tough.
Gags mentioned that he was going to start the Jets. And personally, I would start the Jets going up against the Dolphins, and it would like rub salt in his wounds because he's going up against Ajayi, whatever. I mean, I'm going to say it wrong from now on just to mess with Craig. But yeah, I would personally go with the Jets. I think Denver at home could put up some damage against New England. I think New England wins that game, but they might not get quite as many defensive points.
I agree with you. I think New England has a better chance of making more points. Now,
Oh, really? I think the Jets do.
we're talking about Jets. I'll just talk about whatever he has in the starting lineup.
Okay.
Yeah, I would say the Jets have more chance of getting points because, what do you call it? Ryan Tannehill is not the quarterback.
Yeah.
Matt Moore is.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, because he has a MCL sprain, a couple sprains because I have him as my backup.
Oh.
And I don't have anybody else.
Wow.
So it's Kirk Cousins or bust.
Wow.
'Cause I
Wait,
don't have any-
Matt Moore's your backup? Or your Tannehill?
Yeah, Tannehill.
Yeah.
So I currently have no backup.
Wow.
So it's, like I said, Cousins or bust. I don't have a transaction, so
All right,
please
so
don't get hurt.
who would you take there, New England or Cincy?
I'll take New England.
Yeah, me too.
No, what I'd also like to say is, who knows? Gags might change his mind because he picked them up. And I've been waiting to say this since week 2. If you put him in the starting lineup, we'd have Adrian Peterson.
And I haven't really been following it, but is he projected to play?
He said, breaking news today on ESPN, I will play on Sunday. Wow. So
He's going to be licking his chops.
rich get richer.
I would put him in over Frank Gore.
Yeah, I know, right?
Because, I mean, Frank Gore's going to be against Minnesota. Peterson's going to be against Indianapolis. Well, head-to-head, obviously.
Head. But who knows?
And risk-reward, that is the toughest call that he's going to have to make all week.
Right. And so I know Gags thinks he doesn't have a tough matchup. He's like, this is basically, the tortoise and the hare.
I don't know. I don't think he takes Josh lightly.
I don't
He
think he
takes
takes him
it-
seriously.
You don't think so?
No.
Oh wow, you think he's just gonna sleepwalk through
Yeah, I
this?
think he's just gonna watch the generator all day.
That'd be a really good team name for him, the Generator.
Better,
All right.
better than Gags to Richards?
No, it's not better, but it'll be good. Overall, I can't go against Gags. Josh is going to stay in the matchup because of Brady, but I don't think Brady goes off like he could, just because he's playing in Denver, and they have a good defense. So he'll probably get him 40 to 50 points, but he's not going to get him like the 60 or 70 that he might need to make it a truly good matchup. So I'm going to give this one to Gags. He's got too much firepower, and I think he gets it done.
I agree with you. I hate to say it. I believe Gags is going to be in the Tonto Bowl this year.
Yeah.
And hopefully,
Was he in the Tonto Bowl last year? Who did Craig beat last year? I really don't know. You know,
Florida 3 size?
okay, was that? I
don't know.
It might have been.
How quickly second place is always forgotten.
I know. Except whenever you are the second place, because
Right.
I lost to Jutt 2 years ago. It hurt.
Yeah, you struggle to make your memory not fade away.
I know.
And I played against, I was second place against you the last
right.
time I was in the Tonto Bowl.
How did that revenge feel?
Just another game. Both teams played hard.
Classy. All right, so we're both calling Gags on that one.
We are both calling Gags on that one. The matchup of the week.
All right, starting. Well, first of all, we have Mighty Midgets hosting.
Doom Spyro Spiro.
I always let you say that and I bet you if we go back, you say the name differently each time.
I may or may not. I might try to.
All right, we've got Aaron Rodgers going up against,
Kirk Cousins.
and in this matchup, I think I'm actually going to give this to Kirk Cousins because Chicago's got a pretty good secondary, and I don't know. I think Cousins goes off against Carolina.
I couldn't agree with you more, Brian. Kirk Cousins versus Carolina. He's got that powerful offense. And Rodgers going against Chicago in old, cold Soldier Field. And I'm rooting for Kirk Cousins all the way. And I'm also paying attention to what Rodgers does against Chicago because I got to play Chicago next week as Kirk Cousins.
True, and I don't know what the weather forecast is, but nowadays, you get in those cold cities like Green Bay and Chicago, it makes a huge difference.
It sure does. It's bitter cold, straight to your bones.
Speaking of which, we've got Jordy Nelson going against Allen Robinson.
I go Jordy Nelson. That's how do you be a quarterback, Brian? Start his wide receiver.
That's right. And Allen Robinson, he's had a few good games, but he hasn't been nearly consistent as you'd like him to be.
Yeah, now Houston, Jacksonville just sucks.
Yeah.
And I pray that Houston has a good cornerback left. I think it was Curtis Joseph or someone got hurt for the year. So hopefully they take him down.
All right. Next receiver, we got Dez Bryant going up against.
Sexy Amari Cooper.
I'm going with sexy Dez Bryant.
What? I'm going with sexy Amari Cooper, man, versus San Diego? Crazy.
No way. I think Dez Bryant gets it done in Tampa Bay. I think he outscores Cooper. Cooper, what did he do last week? 8 points?
Well, that was...
The week before that.
That was the fault of the NFL, actually. I'm going... You're talking about when... were they playing KC?
Yeah.
That wasn't last week, the week before, right?
No, it was last Thursday.
So last... Oh, that's right, okay. If I would have lost to you, I would have blamed the NFL.
Oh, really? You had your excuse ready?
I did, because he threw a deep ball to Amari Cooper, and right before it hit him, it changed direction because the ball bounced off one of the wire cords or whatever that the NFL had their cameras on.
Are you serious?
Yep.
And what did they do?
They did nothing.
Did they redo it or just an incomplete pass?
It was an incomplete pass, and the NFL disavowed the knowledge of it.
Wow.
So I could have been like lights out. It would been like a 60, 70-yard pass. Touchdown.
Well, that is ridiculous. I wouldn't have given you the game, but I would have felt bad for you.
Right.
We got some Jason music going on here.
It is. Oh, definitely weird.
Yeah, it's a little creepy. All right,
The
so
picture on the YouTube is pretty creepy too. Actually, I don't know if it's a girl or a guy.
it says prisoner.
It's prisoner. It does say prisoner. Glass tubes. Brian Bennett, prisoner. What is that? What is that about? I mean, I don't get it.
All right, back to the
Okay,
matchup.
we were definitely distracted there.
All right, we got Crowder Chowder going up against.
Adam Thielen, I think.
Yeah.
Yes,
You don't even know your your players' names.
the white guy, scrappy white guy. For me, this is tough. I would have said Thielen in a heartbeat, but now that freaking Peterson's playing, if he's any good, they're going to try to depend on that running game, and it's going to take away from Thielen being a pass catcher.
Hey, how do you beat your opponent?
You play the wide receiver.
Yeah, Crowder.
And I've said before on this podcast, not this week, but before I kicked myself because I didn't get Crowder when he was on the waiver wire.
Yeah, and I mean, I don't think that he'll be the one that beats you, but it's possible if he gets a long touchdown or, you know.
I'm praying for Jordan Reed.
Yeah.
That's what I'm praying for.
I'm going to give this to Thielen just because I think he's going to get more looks. I think I do.
I was gonna I'm giving it to Crowder. I'm not gonna take everybody on my team,
Yeah.
but Crowder.
You're just doing that just to make it seem like you're not full of yourself.
Why? Why am not full of myself?
All right, Hyde or Stewart?
Go Stewart, baby. John Stewart versus Washington.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Stewart as well. I wouldn't have 5 weeks ago. I probably would have taken Hyde because I didn't think Stewart was worth anything. But yeah, I'm gonna go Stewart. All right, I really don't know who K. Farrow is.
Melvin Gordon got hurt.
Oh, okay.
So he's like a undrafted rookie running back he's poor at pass blocking.
He's projected at 14.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it was a great pickup by him. I was actually praying that someone had what's his name, Ronnie Hill would be the starter because I wanted David Johnson to play in the running back slot and not the flex.
Yeah.
And I saw Jimmy had the. I was hoping that freaking Bigler would take because Bigler took Ty Montgomery.
Yeah.
And people were complaining about it. I was like, just take Farrow, man. Just do that.
Yeah.
Because we're in collusion.
I heard about that.
Yeah, which is ridiculous. It's not my fault. Bigler is crazy and does his own thing. but yeah, no, it's a good pickup. I hope it doesn't work out for him though. I hope Farrow gets hurt.
And I'm gonna go with Farrow.
I'll go Farrow too, just because. But Dixon, man,
Philly.
I can put him in the flex, baby. Will it be different?
Yeah, if he was in the flex, it definitely would probably be an advantage for you.
Yeah.
Might be a cat taking down a tree.
Yikes.
All right, we got in the tight end position, we got Walker going up against Olsen.
I go He-Man all day. Greg Olsen.
Yeah, he hasn't been getting a whole lot done. I mean, he got 12 points last week, and Walker I think is more consistent. I'm gonna give it to Walker.
All right. You're welcome to your opinion.
Yeah. And then finally, gotta go David Johnson. It's almost like kickers. Anybody against David Johnson is gonna lose.
I'm going Eifert.
Oh my goodness. You're actually going
two touchdowns by Eifert.
I know. And I mean, he could do really well against Pittsburgh. It's very possible. But our defense has been playing pretty well.
It has. But Eifert, Gronk light.
Gronk, you just like
All I gotta say is I do like saying that. New Orleans defense. You got one job to do. Stop David Johnson. Stack it 10 deep. I don't care.
I mean, they stopped Mike Evans.
Yeah, stop Mike Evans. But just stop David Johnson, all right? That's all I need.
He's guaranteed for 25, 30 points, so I'm going to take David Johnson.
Of course you are.
All right. Go Tucker Sturgis. I don't care.
Tucker.
Of course. All right. And I would have said this even before the game. I would have taken Seattle. Even though San Francisco does have a horrible offense, I don't think Atlanta's going to, put up that kind of number.
I mean, yeah, I would have said Seattle before it as well. Plus, with Atlanta defense, he also has Carlos Hyde going against the Atlanta defense.
That's not good.
And he also has to deal with Kaepernick being a running quarterback. And that was basically, Seattle did not have to deal with that with Jared Goff, believe me.
Yeah.
And as far as San Francisco, I don't know. I don't even know who the receivers are. I know Vance McDonald's on the IR now. But I'd go Seattle defense.
All right, who you taking overall?
Taking myself, fool. That's right, Jimmy. I'm predicting the upset. I'm coming for you, baby.
And it's not it wouldn't be a huge upset.
Yes, it would.
In terms of points.
Brian even said, oh yeah, Jimmy's going championship. That's my prediction. Blah, blah, blah.
And
Yada, yada, shmada.
It still is.
So it's an upset.
No, it still is my prediction that Jimmy's going to beat you.
Mm-hmm.
Jim Crick's going to beat you. And I'm not thinking it's going to be a blowout or anything, but I think that he has enough pieces, including David Johnson. I think he's going to be the guy who gets him enough points to take you down. Although, I will say this. He's going to have a tough hill to climb if he's going to beat you. Because Seattle, we figured it out. I'm sure Craig did as well. But Dellen, you're off to a 34-point lead with Seattle. So it's going to be a tough hill to climb. I just said that.
Tough sledding.
Tough sledding. Thank you.
Here's what I expect, Brian. Last week.
Tough road to hoe.
Tough road to hoe. Last week, we all know because of our rules, the two positions that are most coveted points-wise in our league.
Defense and quarterback.
Defense and quarterback. Last week, my quarterback had a dud, man. 31 points.
Defense had a dud.
And my defense had a dud. So this is the week that my defense and my quarterback rise up and snatch the victory from Crick.
I mean, it's very possible given the matchups and everything, but I'm still taking Crick. I still think he has enough firepower to get this done, and I mean, it's going to be a good matchup. It's going to be really better than the first matchup, in my opinion.
Yeah.
But I say I'll sit here right now, and I honestly think that we're going to have an East Coast Tonto Bowl. I hope I'm wrong. I really do. I hope I'm wrong. I hope that you're in it because I'd love to have it here in Pittsburgh, but I'm not rooting against you. I just think he's going to take it.
Could you imagine how fun we could have in Pittsburgh,
Oh my
Brian?
God, that would be great.
Better than Reading or wherever he's from, whatever little shithole he's from over there. I've been to that place. It's a sub. I mean, they have a house plan. They got all the houses look the same. We have to go up. You get the merry little green grass and the freaking mailbox out there, and probably has the
Beginning
cricks.
of Weeds.
Yeah, like the beginning of Weeds, ticky-tacky houses.
Yeah.
So it makes you sick. Have your own character. Make it a definition for yourselves.
I'm not saying that he's going to have a bad draft just because of where he lives.
No, I thought, what was it, going Savannah's or something like that? That's what Craig was like, we should go to Savannah's, which apparently I guess is a strip club.
Oh, is it? Okay.
That's your idea of a good time. I don't want to be part of it.
But yeah, we'll see. I'm sure Jim Kirk hopefully is not planning his draft yet, and I think that he's got enough class that he's, he hasn't booked anything yet. He hasn't put anything on reserve. Josh, on the other hand, probably has the best place in Connellsville already wrapped up. It's probably
Where
there's a place called Connellsville. It's near Uniontown. It's about an hour from Pittsburgh. There's a place called Bud Murphy's. It's a sports bar. It's probably the best place in town. And I'm guessing that he probably has a place reserved there already.
Standing reservation.
Yeah. He's like, every year I have the weekend booked just in case. Just in case I win.
Okay, if Gag wins it, are we gonna be in Gettysburg again?
It's up to him.
Yeah.
If he wants us to drive all the way to his place, we have to.
Oh, it's brutal.
Yeah.
Where's he live again?
New Jersey somewhere.
Oh, he lives in New Jersey?
I think he is in New Jersey.
Oh boy. I thought he still lived in the Philadelphia area with all them.
I'm not 100% sure, but I think he's in Jersey. Gags, can you confirm or deny this?
Yeah. God, I hate Jersey.
I know.
Garbage. Lots of
But
garbage.
regardless, we're going to have a long drive if he wins.
You're gonna have a I'm gonna fall asleep in the passenger seat.
No. We agreed that you have to at least help drive. Be my vehicle.
I have to drive?
Some of it.
All right.
I'm putting the miles on my car. You can at least pitch in for a few hours. Jeez.
Oh man.
I drove all the way back from Gettysburg, Harrisburg, or whatever.
Did you?
Yeah. I drove one of the ways. I don't remember. Yeah.
I let you drive my car.
Yes, you did.
Are you sure?
Positive.
I'm pretty sure I just drove.
Positive. I drove halfway.
Really?
Yeah. It was a nice ride.
Well, thank you.
You were drunk.
There I probably was. I remember having a couple beers
I
there.
don't know if you were drunk or not, but I did drive your car.
Speaking of driving cars, when the winter comes, do you feel like your car rattles a lot more
No.
and creaks? No.
Maybe
like
a
mine does.
little bit.
I just
Like
wondered.
maybe a few more squeaks. Wherever it's warming up.
Yeah.
The belts and everything.
Okay, I feel like my one tire's vibrating when I'm driving. It's just like
So this is your end of the week analysis, your wrap up, your final thoughts are gonna be my tire rattles.
my tire rattles, just like I'm gonna make your team rattle, Jimmy Crick. Rattle with fear as Kirk Cousins drops bombs on you like Hiroshima.
Hopefully not to Crowder.
Hopefully not the Crowder. Hopefully to Deshaun Jackson, What a play by me last week, by the way. What a call.
That was nice.
And hopefully,
Craig pointed out in his review that if that play wasn't made, I would have won.
really?
Yeah, it was like enough points for both your quarterback and receiver that it would have been enough to swing it.
It's that boom or bust.
Yeah.
It was a tough decision.
Yeah.
And like I said, you could see the conversation in the lineup, and I said, "That's it."
And you're choosing not to put him in this week?
Choosing not to put him in.
Okay.
I mean, my mind could change,
Yeah.
but Jordy Nelson and Cooper definitely cemented in those spots.
Yeah.
So I'm predicting Cooper to have a big game.
He needs one.
Yeah, he does. Screw Crabtree.
Yeah, he's got a lot of fantasy owners out there hoping for a big week.
Yeah, well, the problem is David Carr has a dislocated pinky finger.
Ooh.
That's what it is. Like, so his passes aren't as crisp and fast. But my final analysis, it's going to be a good game. I hope I come out on top, and I'd love to just, if I could say anything, at least one Penn Stater will be in the championship.
Represent the West.
That's right.
Well, obviously, if somebody's going to be. Crick went to Penn State.
Right. Well, yeah, Crick and
I
I.
see what you mean.
Yeah,
Yeah.
versus Gags.
Yeah. So you're assuming Josh will not be.
Yeah, pretty much assuming Josh will not be in the championship game. Sorry, Josh. You know your team is just falling apart.
Although Trump was elected president, so anything could happen.
Oh, don't even get me started.
But anything could happen. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. So in honor of Donald Trump, this game's gonna be huge, huge.
All right. Good luck to everyone. This time next week, we will know who's in Tonto Bowl 14. And the thing I like about it is that we could have someone with 3 championships, somebody with 2, or somebody getting their first one. So it's either going to be a 1, 2, or a 3.
That's true. Yeah. So good luck to everybody, especially me, as Craig would say.
He hasn't said that for like a year.
Yeah. Well, I'm just saying it's one of his sayings. And are you ready, Brian?
Billy?
I'm always ready, Brian.